Hey guys, my name is Haley and today I'm going to be filming my book haul. I don't even know when I required a lot of these books, so I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's a book haul, so let's get started because there's apparently a lot. First book that I picked up was The Austere Academy, which is book number 5 in the series of Unfortunate Events. I look for these at any thrift store or any really cheap bookstore that I go into to see if they have the hardcovers, and I found one of them at a thrift store, so I now own 1, 2, and 5. Next book that I picked up at the same thrift store was Not a Fan, the teen edition, which I have already read and loved. Next up is The Broken Eye by Brent Weeks. This is the third book in the Black Prism trilogy series. I don't actually know what it's called. The Lightbringer trilogy, that's it. And as you can see, it was $6 at Barnes & Noble in the bargain section, and these are kind of expensive when I try to look for them, so I couldn't pass that up. I received a YouTube message from an author who wanted to send me his book that I didn't see for a couple of months, but I did see it eventually because he sent me his book when he asked for my address, and that is NSA by Benny Nyland? By Benny Nyland. This is like a super pretty, like, matte black political commentary, I think it is. You know, it has to do with politics. I don't really know a whole lot more than that. I'm intrigued by this cover. Finally picked up Lips Touched 3 Times by Laini Taylor. This is the only book of Laini Taylor's, I believe, that I haven't read, and I'm really excited because I need more of her because she is, like, genuinely my favorite author. I made another thrift store trip, and I found In the Woods by Tana French, which I didn't know when I picked it up, but I've realized since that this is the first book in the Dublin Mystery series. I don't know what it's called. But I have heard good things, and I've heard a lot of people that have been reading it recently really enjoying it, so I'm gonna give it a go. At the same thrift store, I was super excited to find an arc of The Hamilton Affair by Elizabeth Cobbs. I called her Eliza because Eliza's on the cover. And I really don't know a whole lot about this, but I've been wanting this since it came out, since before it came out. I remember seeing it everywhere, because that was like my prime Hamilton obsession time. What I understand, it's a novelization of Alexander and Eliza's meeting and their courtship. I don't think it's about the actual affair, it might be, I don't know. But I'm really excited for this because I've been wanting it for a very long time. And then next, I finally picked up the rest of the volumes of Sweet Tooth, so volumes 3 through 6. I read the first 2 last year and loved them, and I never got around to picking up the rest of them. These are backwards. So we have Sweet Tooth Volume 3, Animal Armies, Volume 4, Endangered Species, Volume 5, Unnatural Habitats, I really like this cover, and Volume 6, Wild Game. Made a couple of thrift book orders, because since when do I not? I picked up What Happened to Goodbye by Sarah Dessen. This is one of the, like, 3 Sarah Dessen books that I haven't read, and this was next on my list to pick up, so I found it for super cheap and got it immediately because I really don't own a lot of, like, to-read contemporaries, because I don't read contemporary a ton, but I'm excited for this one because I love Sarah Dessen, and she has been one of my favorite authors since, like, middle school. They had The Winter's Crime for super cheap on thrift books, so I picked it up even though I haven't read the first book that's up there. I don't have any real explanation for this other than that it was cheap, and I really do want to read this trilogy. Also, I really wanted these covers because the new covers look dumb, and I like these hardcovers. I picked up The Blinding Knife by Brent Weeks, which is the second book in the Lightbringer trilogy, because I found the third one in Barnes & Noble, and I do own the first one up there somewhere, so obviously I needed to buy the second one so I could read the series. Right. And then I saw Username Evie for cheap on there by Joe Sugg. I read this last year and I really liked it. I think it was actually the first graphic novel that I ever read, if not the first, then one of the first couple of them. And I never owned a copy because I borrowed it, so there's some of his artwork. It was really cute, I enjoy it. And then last, I went to Books A Million and bought 2 books, one being Nightfall. It was in the bargain section for cheap. I think the tagline pretty much explains this. It says, after 14 years of day comes 14 years of night, don't get left behind. I remember hearing about this when it first came out and really wanting to read it, so when I saw it in the bargain section, I just grabbed it and went. And then last but not least, I picked up Chilling Horror short stories, which is super shiny and beautiful. And this is like the gothic fantasy collection they have at Books A Million. I'm actually reading this currently and I'm like 100 or so pages into it, and there are a couple of stories that I've really liked, so I'm very happy with this purchase. This is gonna be a disaster. I don't know if I've ever not been able to hold these in frame before. So those are all of the books, oh my god, that I picked up in the last couple of months. And there they go. I've never actually dropped them before. That's hilarious. And there goes another one. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time. Pray for me, because these are about to fall everywhere.